Hello guys, welcome to a brand new video where today I'm going to do something a little different. Instead of putting intro, gameplay, outro, I'm going to do the whole thing as talking and just let you watch the gameplay. If you do enjoy, please subscribe. This is live stream gameplay from a live stream I did. So if you don't want to miss a live stream, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any. I try and stream every week at least once on a Monday. Anyway, let's get into the gameplay. In my most recent I-16 video, which I recommend you watch, it's a very good video, I died to an airfield camper. And this got me thinking, what's one way we could stop or make airfield camping less prevalent in War Thunder as a whole? Because usually, the last two people will sit on their airfield, no matter what the team is, or usually this happens, unless you're a fighter that actually wants to go to the middle of the match and fight. But we'll see. I've got some ideas of what we could do to stop airfield camping, and I want to know if you've got any ideas. So, I'm going to go through my ideas. I have about 4 here. I have a piece of paper in front of me with all my notes. Anyway, let's get into this. So, what I think you should do is give players a red writing. So, for like a 1.0 BR, 0.04 kilometer radius away from the enemy airfield, a red text should come up saying in 5 seconds, SPA will open fire. And the higher the BR you go, the less time you have, you know? So, for 11.0, you have a kilometer radius before the red writing comes up, and you have 5 seconds to leave the area, which should give people enough time to strafe the runway or strafe the person. And the lower the BR, the more radius, so 0.4 at 1.0 reserve, and like 5 seconds, or 10 seconds, or something like that. This would stop airfield camping as a whole, because they haven't got long, and this would only trigger if you're circling the airfield for longer than, I don't know, a minute. If you're just landing and then taking off, that's fine. But if you're not and you're just circling it, then the text will come up, you know? Another idea is enemies are only allowed to fly in the airfield for a minute before the SPA shuts off. So if you're landing and taking off, nothing will happen. But if you're circling the airfield for a minute, red text will pop up for all remaining players in the battle, saying the enemy's airfield is temporarily turned off for 1 minute 30 seconds. This should give players enough time to get into the enemy's airfield, have a dogfight, win or lose depending on how the match goes, and leave, or the match is over. But as I said, if you're just taking off or landing, it doesn't turn on. And it should be, maybe, I don't know, if you're circling the airfield for a minute or a minute and a half, then the text will show up of, oh, you've now got to leave, and the red writing will pop up. So that's just 2 of my thoughts. Let me know what you think. I've got a few more lined up here. My third idea is maybe you could use, maybe you could also make it so the flak cannons for anything below, I believe it's 7.8.0, 7.0. I think it's anything below 7.0. It's not missiles, it's flak and stuff like that. So maybe make it so it's not flak cannons, it's like 50 cals or 7.7s or 7.92s. Because with flak cannons, you don't actually have to hit the aircraft, you just have to hit near the aircraft. And in War Thunder, if flak hits near your aircraft, it'll turn everything yellow, including pilots, gunners, whatever. Your whole aircraft will turn yellow, you'll get a fuel leak, an oil leak, a water leak. And the second shot will kill you, if not, it'll turn you orange, then you die. And you'll take about 3 shots. Granted, they can't aim very well, but that's usually what happens when you're going near a enemy airfield. So what I'm saying is maybe you change it so instead of having a flak cannon, you have a 7.7 or a 7.92, excuse me, or a 50 cal. Maybe not so much a 50 cal, just in case if you hit one engine compartment, the entire thing goes up in flames. But maybe like a 7.92 and make the gunners less accurate so it kind of sprays. So you have a chance to get in there and maybe take a bit of damage, but get in there, kill the person that's camping, and come out while trying to dodge 7.62s or 7.7s that are littered around the airfield. My next way to solve this in a way, you can make it so if you look at a BR match in a realistic battle, when's the airfield most in use? Usually, airfields are most in use at the start of the match when everyone's taking off, in the middle of the match, because most people take off, climb to an altitude, have a mosh pit in the middle, or just around the middle, centre map. Then they'll come back, rearm, repair, depending on what happened, land, take off, go to fight the last remaining people. So how about you only have the SPAA operational in them timeframes? So at the start of the match, when everyone's taking off, you have the SPAA operational. Middle/close end to the match, you have the airfield operational, so you can repair and rearm and not camp. And then after, I don't know, you have 3 minutes worth before something happens, like the airfield will turn on again and be operational. So that's just a few of my ideas. Airfield camping has been a problem in War Thunder since the very beginning. Everyone's complained about it. If you've been playing War Thunder for longer than, I don't know, a month, you've probably heard of, know about, seen airfield camping, or even dealt with it. And it is very annoying because you could be 3 against 1. Last guy counts around the airfield, picks you all off one by one, and by the airfield SPAA. And if you make it too strong, people will just camp the entire airfield. If you make it too weak, people will just die, even if they're trying to respawn and rearm and stuff. So there's not really much you can do. I've got a few ideas. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts of my ideas in the comments below. And if you have any new ideas that I haven't thought of or haven't mentioned, please let me know in the comments below. Personally, excluding all these ideas that I have just mentioned, I think the best way to get rid of SPAA camping or airfield camping is just, I can't say not have you return to base, because if you're like a bomber or a strike fighter, you kind of have to turn to base, so you are useful in a way. But I don't really know. There's not really much you can do to counteract airfield campers. It just happens, and you just... I think the best thing you can do is, I think maybe the 7.7, changing the guns from flat cannons to 7.7s or something like that. Or maybe if you circle the airfield for longer than 30 seconds or a minute, it'll turn off and you have time to get in there. But that's just my ideas. Let me know in the comments below if you have any ideas. I'd love to have a discussion with you lot. You always a great talk. I'd love to know what you think about airfield SPA, if it's too strong, if it's too weak, if airfield camping's good or not. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please like, comment, and subscribe. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Ignore me. Ignore me? Oh, sweet. End of the game.